Let's see if I've got all my notes. Let's see, sales. What's going on in the world out there? Our numbers, if you were tracking numbers this week, it was jumping around a little bit. It dropped all the way down to about 56. I think was our low on Monday. Things sell over the weekend and the status has changed. But right now we had 17 sales and the count is at 65. 17 is a bit above average, but it's still a good mark. Yes, Sammy?
One more.
One more, so 18. Stand corrected. Should I reprint all these? What sold?
Cherry Garden.
Cherry Garden? I thought I already saw that on there.
Okay. I didn't see
Cherry Grove.
Cherry Grove. All right, well, it's 18 now. Sammy, congratulations on that. So let's look what happened over the last week. Newport Avenue, $2.4 million. Luis Golosa, where are you? Shopping?
Bank.
All right, she's at the bank. Congratulations, Louise. Carolyn Avenue, we looked at that last week. That sold. That was Chris Simone. Foxworthy, McBain at $1,050,000. Cherry Grove. Monomar, that was Lynette Moorhead. I talked to her last week about getting on tour. She said they had an offer they couldn't refuse. Dry Creek Road, that's the fourth sale, 113 days, I can see that. That's the fourth sale in the last 3 weeks on Dry Creek Road, really picking up over there. Cherry Avenue, Houston, Cottle, Buxton, Iris Court again, Shipley, Kiner, Borchers, Kirtner, and Minnesota. Once again, our prices are spanning from $539 all the way up to $2.34 million. So we've got a very healthy market here at Willow Glen. Let's start handing out numbers. All right.
Like the airport.
Steve, you want to talk about your listing on McBain?
Yeah, if you guys saw the one that we did over on Cabana, it's very similar. 1914 McBain. Brand new construction, over 4,100 square feet on over 10,000 square foot lot. It's very similar size and everything else, but the outdoor back patio area is much bigger, the backyard with a barbecue. It's really beautiful. Come by and see it and bring your clients. Thanks.
All right.
Rick G. Keller Williams. This is a property I sold to them 13 years ago. And when I sat down with them to go over the disclosures, they got out the contract that I wrote for them. And if you remember that, it was all handwriting. Anyway, they've completely redone the house. It was a tiny little house when I sold it to them. So it was essentially rebuilt in '07. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, a little under 2,400 square feet on about an 8,400 square foot lot. Completely redone top to bottom. It's absolutely stunning. Really, you'll just see for yourself. So I hope you come out and definitely give me your honest opinion on the house. You did that for me on Willow, that many of you affectionately called a POS. And it took me a few days to figure out what that stood for. And and we were able to get a $110,000 price reduction as a result of your input, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good morning, Deborah Finkel. I have 2075 Jonathan on tour. It's adorable bungalow cottage, a cute remodel kitchen, beautiful, fabulous backyard. I am offering a 3% commission to selling off this, note. And I am giving away a bottle of wine at the property, so thank you for coming.
Property. Next we have Holly. Holly, you want to come on down and talk about Nevada?
Nevada is a church office right now, so they took one of the bedrooms and made it into an office type thing. So it looks a little different. It was remodeled. It has a newer kitchen, newer bathrooms. It's a good one. So the church right around the corner on Lincoln is selling it.
First of all, 1176 Settle. That is a really beautiful, brand new construction. It's 5 bedrooms. I think it'll be self-explanatory. It's just a really nice property, and just be aware that, you know, between today and Sunday's open house, we're going to be finishing and fine-tuning little things. So it's no show until Sunday's open house, but I wanted all you guys to see it before we get it out there. Then on Richards Avenue, that's another, that's actually a rebuild. There's one little wall left, but the rest of it is basically brand new construction. That one is a 4-bedroom, single level, has a nice big yard, goes all real long and deep in the back, and it's a very nice property, and that is also going to be open Sunday also.
You know, each week Dave does a lot of work to find us a video, which I forgot to mention. So, words of wisdom on the wall are: there will always be a reason why you meet people. Either you need them to change your life, or you're one that will change theirs. Great inspirational words. And Dave, what do we have for a video today?
All right, so let's focus up here on the screen. Let's talk about what went pending for the week. As you saw on the front sheet, we had our sales on there. When we take them all and add them all together and average them out, over $1 million again. So we're at $1,014,043 compared to last year when we were at 830,000. And then just to kind of smooth out those bumps in the road, our 12-week average is 939 versus that million for the week. So last year we were at 789, so quite a gain still. We're sitting right around 19%. It was closer to 19.5, but it's still rounded down to 19, so I'm leaving it at 19 for now. So that's what happened with pricing. And then when we move on over to 2 units and talk about what went pending, the total count of what went pending, I actually started adding in the 2011 numbers because our 2012s were looking so similar to the 2013. So when we look at that, we had 19 in 2011, we had 22 in 2012, we had 17 in 2013. And so I just wanted to kind of show the comparison when we look at this year, last year, and 2 years ago, and it really come apparent when we look at the count too, because that's getting so close together. Our 12-week average is sitting at 19, which beats 2011, but a little bit less than 2012. Obviously, the amount of pendings have slowed down because the inventory slowed down, but it started slowing down last year as well, as you can see from the very next slide, which will be the count of where we're at. So this is where you really see the big difference between the 2011 through the 2013. We were at 211 on our count in 2011. We're now at 65. We were at 64 in 2012. So we're basically on the same path as where we were last year. In fact, we're starting to tick up a little bit, which is good. We need it when we see that differential there. Now, the 12-week average, I'm not going to have for 2011 for another 11 weeks because this was the first week I started tracking the count in 2011. So we're at an average of 60. We were an average of 81 in 2012, and as you see, it's at 64 for the current week last year, and we're starting to catch up. So that number continues to drop on that 12-week average. The difference from 2011 to now is one to write down: 69% less inventory. Okay, and 2011 wasn't exactly a model year in regards to count. I believe that the count for a healthy count should be even a little bit higher than that. So if you look at some of the years going past that, I just don't have those particular stats. I know that John Koss has them in a box somewhere that he promises to get to me, and I might look at them, but I might not either. Anyway, days on market is a nice one to tell. I didn't track that in 2011, so I'm only bringing you the 2012 versus 2013 numbers. And no, that's not a typo. They are exactly the same this year versus last year at 26 days on average. And when we look at the 12-week average, that's where you're really going to see that differential. But you're going to see that number, just like the count, is starting to come closer and closer together. So our 12-week average at 24, so we're a little bit above average this week, and our 12-week average at 53. As we move out of Willow, Glen, I wanted to talk about what's going on countywide, just to keep you well-rounded of what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and add in the PUDs with the single families on this, or the condo and PUD is what I should say, or class 2. And our differential there in 2013 versus 2012, about 234 when we're just under 1,200. Now we had been at 1,200, above 1,200 for our count for the last 2 weeks in a row, so we actually retreated a little bit. In fact, we retreated a lot. We went down 95 units for the week, so that's a lot in regards to that. Especially when we look at this next number, which is our pendings. And when we look at our pendings, we're at 2177 for the week, but more importantly, we're only up 10. So we went down 95 in regards to inventory. We went down 10, so I guess some of the pendings actually sold. So we're 2177 versus 3582 last year, or a difference of about 1,400 in regards to that. Now I'm going to take a little bit away from real estate stats, but something real estate related. Right after I tell you the percentage that's in contracts, I forgot that part, so sorry. So those numbers ticked up a little bit, 63.2 in regards to single families that are currently under contract. And the condo townhouse category had dropped to that low 60s number. It's headed back up again, so it's at 68.7, still relatively low over the last 12 months when we were basically above 70-75%, but that number's starting to creep back up of what is available. All right, so now what I want to talk about is that, you know, interest rates in the last 2 weeks have basically jumped up about 0.5%. Right, in case you didn't know. And that's basically because the economy's getting better, unemployment's getting better, housing's getting better, and people are worried that the Fed, Ben Bernanke and his crew, are going to start tapering off buying of treasury bills and mortgage-backed securities. In plain English, they're going to stop investing in those things, which means that it's going to drive the yield on those up, which means it's going to drive interest rates up. So we've already seen 0.5% increase. So I took a small little example. I took a 782 purchase price, which, as we know for Willow Glen, that's a little bit below average. But the impact of this is usually going to be on more of a first-time home buyer rather than a move-up buyer. So I wanted to keep it relatively low. And I went to the max loan limit of a Fannie Mae loan at $625,500, which would be a 20% down payment. And I compared to what rates were, which would be 3 3/4, to what rates are, which are 4 1/4. And the difference there is 180. That's that blue line. So it's 180 per month. Now, when you go ahead and you look at that over a 1-year period, that number is 2163. Over 5 years, it's 10,800. Over 10 years, it's 21,600. So that's what they already lost by not acting 2 weeks ago versus today. So what if this trend continues and we're up a full percentage point from where we were two weeks ago? The numbers are a little bit bigger. So we're at 366 for the month, 4393 for the year, 21,000, almost 22,000 for 5 years, or almost 44,000 in 10 years. And if our inventory, if our prices are going up basically year over year at 20 to 25%, so you factor that out at what, 2% per month, you wait a month, you know, how much are you really missing? So that's a discussion you can have with your buyers and or sellers that are looking to move up. So sorry to deviate from the normal, but I thought it was important enough to bring up. I will post all this information onto our Facebook page, which is on your tour sheets. It's also coming up on the screen right now. And if you don't go on Facebook and you want to just send an email, you can send it to the tour group email, or you can send it to my email address, which is coming up now. I want to go ahead and turn it on over to Monica, who's going to talk about our not yet ons. Thanks for your attention.
Great, thanks, Dave. All right, let's see, who has something new in Willow Glen to talk about? Let's start over here. Oh boy, look at all the hands. Something new?
I have one coming up on Del Mas. It's a complete remodel, top to bottom. It's on a 10,000 square foot lot, and it has a 1,500 square foot 6-car garage that's detached. So, it'll be around $1.1 million. The square footage of the house is around, it's a 2-story, 2,300 square feet, 4.3. And it'll be completely redone.
Where's that?
On Del Mas.
Del Mas.
By the highway or by this side?
Del Mas. No, by this side. It's right next to where it becomes, when Del Mas becomes Spencer, is it?
Okay, so
Doesn't
it's
Del Mas become Spencer?
between
Yeah.
Minnesota and Willow.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, great. Anybody else over here with new listings?
I have one coming up on Valpico. It's 1,450 square feet, totally dialed, absolutely gorgeous. It's 4-bedroom, 2-bath. It'll be on in about 2 weeks, and we'll see it on tour.
Good morning. I'm Philip Perry with Antero Real Estate Almaden. Actually have a broker open tour today. It is 1457 Hillsdale Avenue. It's not exactly in Willow Glen, but close. It was built in 2007. It is Mediterranean style. The price has been reduced to $979. The seller is very motivated. He's in contract in Morgan Hill. Please come by today. We'll be open until about 12:30. That's again 1457 Hillsdale. I'll pass out the flyers. Thank you very much.
Sean Ansari with Antero Real Estate in Los Gatos. I'm here to present on behalf of my colleague Maureen Bowers. They have a classic Willow Glen coming up next week on the market. 3-bedroom, 1-bath, roughly 1,500 square feet in the living space, 4,600 square feet in the lot. Offers remodeled kitchen, newer construction, oak hardwood floors, partial basement, and inside laundry. It will be priced at $795,000. We will have it on MLS a week from tomorrow, June 7. I will hold it on Sunday, June 9, and Maureen will be there June 8. So next Friday on MLS and 2 open houses right now. Street is 903 Nevada. It borders on Curtis. Any questions today? I'll be here, or call me at 408-529-4574. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Hi, I'm Becky Glen, Realty World. I have a listing that we just put on yesterday. We just missed the tour, but it's at 1482 Maxine Avenue over by Presentation High. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,100 square feet with a 350 square foot cottage in the back. Nicely remodeled kitchen, really good condition house. We will be open Sunday 1 to 4, and it's listed at $679,900.
Okay, I'm going to move to the other side, and while I do, I'm going to talk about 1931 Cherry Avenue. That is over 3,000 square feet, and it is a 3-car garage. Very nice property at the very dead end of the cul-de-sac of Cherry, where Foulet Court is. Has a big lot, room for a pool. Very nice property, so we'll have that ready the first week of June. And that will be $1,650,000.
Paul Medioni Property Network. We have a townhouse, Lincoln Village, 3-bed, 2-bath, single story, and will be priced in the $660,000, $670,000 range, going on the market Tuesday morning. Thank you.
Greg Gardner with Intero. Unfortunately, we missed the tour as well, but hopefully you have a little bit of time after the tour to stop by for 5 minutes. This is a true gem here, 2407 Caudle Avenue. Completely redone from the stud 6 years ago with high-end upgrades. Definitely worth a look. We're looking at sitting on 9,100 square feet, and we're priced at $899,950. So please stop by today. And we're also open house Saturday, Sunday, 1:30 to 4:30. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
2407.
2407 is the address.
Curtin.
Kirtner is the cross street. Kirtner
Yeah,
Avenue.
well, Houston, yeah. Right, Houston's closer.
Got one that just came on it's 1148 Coke Lane. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, all remodeled, mostly remodeled, and the price is $874.
Okay, just a reminder, we are filling up for tour on Monday or Tuesday. If you send us an email at tour@willowglentour.com, Dave will put that in. He updates me pretty regularly on Monday and Tuesday about what's coming up. If it still hasn't made it onto the MLS, it's okay. Just give us an email saying it's coming. We'll put a place marker in there for you. That way you'll have a spot in the tour. I apologize for those who didn't get on this week. If you send us an email, we'll certainly do it next week. Bertaldo, I had a conversation with him. I apologize about that. But let us know, because we try to do about 9 homes. 9 seems to be the perfect number to finish by 12 o'clock. We can squeeze in 10 if we're quick and I don't talk too long at the meeting, so just give you a heads up, 9 or 10 is the limit we can do. Just let us know, we'll get it on. All right, I got 2 listings coming up. One is 1195 Minnesota, the big Victorian. You guys notice the colors changed, it's no longer pink. You ought to just thank me for that alone. But no, it came out beautiful. It's a brown it's got 5 different colors. That's coming on week after next. We got to thin out some of the stuff inside. The home is very, very traditional Victorian. If you go inside, the amenities, it's just gorgeous. That's going to be $1,850,000. If you have anybody interested, I might be able to get you in earlier, but the sign went up yesterday, so if you've got someone who calls you about it, let me know. The other listing I have coming up is 1593 Houston Avenue. It's a 3-2, 1,200 square feet. Remodeled kitchen, bath, really a cute house. Having it painted next week. It'll be on the market on the 12th, and that's going to be listed at $799,000.
Doesn't have that effect on you.
Boom.
Anyway, I'm listing a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, Blackwell, Thousand Oaks home, single story. It's all redone, kitchen redone, new pipes, copper pipes, new roof, windows, everything. It's going on for $699,800. It will go on today, and it will be open all weekend, so come see me. Thanks.
For all you people who are too poor to buy yourself a breakfast, tomorrow morning you can come up to Sonoma Chicken Coop at 8:30, and we're going to have a free food for you. It is going to be breakfast burrito. Upstairs, come, I have many breakfast burritos, and I cannot eat so many myself, so I needed someone to share. Good night.
You didn't already buy them, did you? Bring it over.
Yeah. I got them last week, and they were on the discount.
All right, Steve?
June 18th, we have Breakfast in the Park. Some of you, I'm sure, have been to that. I don't know how many years they've had that, probably like 20 years in a row or something. So you've been in the business a long time. You'll see people you haven't seen in a long time. You can picture listings. Nick Cortese will be there. There'll be breakfast cooked for you, pancakes, eggs, all kinds of stuff. It's at 8:30 at Hellier Park. We used to have it at Cunningham Park. This year it'll be at Hellier Park. And Should be a lot of people there, and it's June 18th again, 8:30 to about 10:30, and it costs $5 a piece. And I have tickets, although I don't have them with me, but I'll bring them next week. I'll be here next week as well, so just put that on your calendar, June 18th. Thanks.
Okay, so we're just about done. 10 o'clock on the nose. There's still some food over here if you want to grab some on your way out, coffee. Thank you all for being here, and we'll see you at the first house.